What's up, everybody? Welcome to the June 25 edition of E-MTBR News. We have a lot going on with a lot of motors, Eurobikes going on, but near the end, I'm going to deliver you some very bad news about DJI, and I'm starting to be doubtful if they're even going to enter the US e-bike market. So we have two new motors that have been released. The first one is by Mahle from Germany, and this one a mid-drive M40 first full power system. So Mahle is the maker of all of the mid-power motors by Specialized. So the Levo SL, Canivo SL, all their Vado SL. What I'll say, because you can't get these yet, yeah, but they'll be an OEM in the future, is they're focusing on a few things. A lot of power, 105 newton meters, I believe, yeah, 105, 850 watts. So they're taking DJI's lead, and it has a nice, big, beautiful screen. And they have an 800 watt hour battery and a 534 watt hour battery. So, and they're both interchangeable. So you can just plop, plop, the exact same shape, just differing length. And these are the trends of the future. You want modular, interchangeable batteries. I'm surprised they don't have an extender. You want a big, big, beautiful screen that's easy to navigate, and then you want a lot of power, a lot of torque. Not necessarily that you're gonna use it, but you kind of want it on demand, and you want it light as well. And these systems are pretty light. The other motor that is coming into the scene is a new one by Yamaha, Connective PW Link system, introducing at Eurobike, and they have a major update in the spring. Yamaha, I'm not sure if you guys remember, acquired the company called Brose. They sell their own motors, but they're also commissioned by Specialized to build all the Levo motors. So major effort here. So they have 100 newton meters, nice screens, compact, and 800 watt hour batteries. So these are the trends of the future. All right, next piece of news is a whole lot of bikes are being introduced with the DJI Avinox motor. And this is kind of ridiculous because they keep showing them, but no one can really get them. This one is the Meta SX DJI, and it looks great. Commencal is known for value, aluminum, and good performance, but they're kind of chunky. And this one looks sleek because DJI has a sleek battery. But this one is saying April 2026. April 2026. Are you serious? Okay, and then we have another bike here by Orange. Orange, you glad you listened to E-MTBR News? All right, so this one is pretty sleek as well. But, it's got the orange welds from the UK and DJI 800 watt hour battery, and you can't get it yet. Okay? Okay, and the third piece of news is that DJI, the maker of these beautiful drones, has stopped sales of their drones and other products in the US market. Pretty much all of them. It started like a few days ago, but everywhere you look, every product you look at, it says not in stock, notify me. So what is going on? And we thought, maybe they're just redesigning their website or doing something. And I think there's something deeper here, because my friends went to Best Buy, and at the DJI kiosk, a big thing counter, there's nothing. You go to Amazon, and everything is limited quantities. They look like they're just selling their inventory. And you go to eBay, they're now jacking up prices on these beautiful drones. And so what's happening is, I really think they're serious. They are going to stop selling their drones and most of their products in the US market. Because why? Because the US government and the lobbyists have been crushing them for the last 5-10 years. And lately, it says DJI says US Customs is blocking its shipments in drone imports. Huge containers are being blocked. DJI sues US government for labeling it as a Chinese military company. DJI is being accused of hiring slave labor, child labor. But they just released their Mavic 4, the best of the best, like $3,000. They're not selling it in the US. They're selling it all over the world, not in the US. It kind of said, screw you guys. You won't get the best of us. But now it looks like they're saying, forget you. I'm tired of what you guys are doing. Protectionism is what's going on here, and lobbyists by the US companies like Skydio. And the problem is we are not competitive. You know, there is nothing in the US in the world like these drones. Why am I talking about this? Because the whole e-bike industry is in a tornado of activity around DJI. You know, the DJI motor is that good, and the only saving grace for other motors is it's not available in the US. But everyone is kind of looking at DJI, everyone who's kind of an enthusiast, and a lot of people are holding on to their purse strings until DJI is released. But now I am suspicious. And the reason why DJI is not here is because of this. They are tired of what's happening in the drone market. Let the water settle down before we enter the US market. We don't want to deal with this BS. Okay? But now, what's going on? We are in a new administration that is like no amount of lobbying of or kind of consumer uproar, sentiment, write your congressman. None of that is going to help. And so DJI probably said, just forget that, you know. And that's why we don't have the e-bike motors in the U.S. It's because of that. And people are saying, oh, they're going to enter the market in June, in July. But listen, they might not even enter the market until the next administration. You know, they are, I think, that upset. Why would I say that? Because because I didn't think they would stop selling their drones here. They don't need us. They don't need the USA. We're worth billions to them, but they're like a $200 billion company now. They are worth a lot of money, and they don't need to take this kind of aggravation. You know, they're spending so much on advertising and lobbying as well, just to fight this, but it's tiring because they know it's counterproductive. DJI is run by engineers. The highest level engineers are running that company. Okay, so that's, I think, what's going on. The whole entry of DJI bikes, motors into the US is at threat. Just because until they start selling their drones again, I'm doubtful. Why would they bother with e-bikes when they can't even sell their their meat and potatoes products? Also, their action cams, their gimbals, power stations, they're not selling it anymore. They're like, cease operations, right? All right, thanks for that, everybody.